It's 10 a.m. on day one of an historic trip.
It's like a dream.
Universal Ballet Company of Korea has just arrived in Russia to perform for the very first time.
Realized after 28 years of hard work. When the company was started in '84, the level of ballet in Korea was very, very primitive, to say the least. So we had to work very hard to bring up the level of the dancers, and then not only the dancers but the whole production.
Having toured internationally for many months, the 28-year-old ballet company, considered one of Asia's leading ballet companies, is road-weary. The dancers come not just from Korea, but from Japan, Russia, China and Kazakhstan. They are tired and their bodies fatigued, but the excitement of being in Russia is willing them on.
I never been in Russia before, and it's kind of like dancers, dream to be in Moscow.
Very excited, but in a way I'm pretty nervous because Russia. All the famous dancers are from Russia.
For General Director Julia Moon, things have come full circle.
It's very personal for me because it's in a way to say thank you to the Russian artists who work with the company and to show the Russian audience the great result that we had in Korea building a ballet company through their artistry and expertise and support, and to be able to show this and return it back to the Russian audience is very special.
It's 2 p.m. and inside the renowned Stanislavsky Theatre, rehearsal is intense but productive. The men work hard on the first act's dramatic sailor scene. The ballet they will perform, Shimchang, is adapted from a beloved Korean folktale, a new story for Western eyes. In the theatre named after the great Stanislavsky, acting will be key.
And so particularly I spoke to the dancers before we got on the plane in the last few rehearsals and said the theatre we're going to is famous for drama. So your acting has to really be honest, has to be real, has to come from, because you've done this ballet a million times. But if you go on automatic pilot mode, that's not going to work. So you have to do it as if it's your first, and it's as if it's your last time that you do this piece. I try to just talk to the dancers and say, look, if you go through a door, you just don't go through a door. You put your hand on the knob, and then you turn the knob, and then you push the door open, and it opens this much before you go through. So the acting going from happy to sadness has to be a process, and you have to show the audience that process of why you got there. And the tendency for Korean dancers is to go from happy to sad, like in one jump.
I have to have something feeling about like the roles or movements.
So I have to make audience to understand this ballet, so I have to not only dancing, I have to act. The drama is the most difficult thing for me.
It's 4 p.m. and for the first time, dancers are on stage, running through scenes for a full dress rehearsal. But there are problems. Issues with sound need to be resolved, and the marley floor inside the Stanislavsky Theatre is too slippery. There is real anxiety about making things right before the performance. It's 7 p.m. and dress rehearsal of the second act is about to start. The artistic director has been watching with a critical eye and has many notes. Technique is too loose. Acting needs to be stronger.
The biggest challenge of this ballet is the drama. That I have to lead all the dancers to make the audience understand the story, because this story is not something like other classical ballet. This story is only understandable for Koreans.
Dancers come alive rehearsing scenes from the underwater world. It's now 9 p.m. Time to wrap this exhausting day. After a good night's sleep, the dancers are rejuvenated and ready for rehearsal and their performance later this evening. Driving through Moscow streets, there's time for games and a little sightseeing. Moscow and impressive sights like the Kremlin look beautiful through clear, rested eyes, but director Moon hopes some of yesterday's technical issues will be resolved in time.
Every city we go to, every theater we go through is a challenge. It's a bit of a battle because it's a fight with time. Because we come in, we have to set up in 2 days and everything has to be ready and perfect to go. Sometimes we have problems with the projectors that don't work with the system in the theater that we're in. Sometimes it's sound, sometimes it's injuries. So it's like you always have to be, so to say, on your toes and ready for whatever emergency situations come up. So
it's 2 p.m. and with just hours before the performance, a good class rehearsal and dress rehearsal is critical.
Who's doing today? I mean, first show. You're doing second show.
More notes are given. Backstage, moments before the show, each dancer collects their thoughts. And then the curtain rises and the performance begins. Russian audience is mesmerized by the originality of Korea's Universal Ballet. It's 10 p.m. and after the final curtain drops, backstage is abuzz with media. Company mentors who have flown in from other parts of Russia are also there, and the director of the Stanislavsky Theatre offers praise and congratulations of his own.
The first note, but not the last one.
Those moments bring us together when we work together and we make whether it's in the studio or on the stage, there's that progress, a sense of progress, a sense of growth, a sense of becoming better at what we do. And so when we're in the studio, I think nationalities sort of disappear and we speak one universal language, which is ballet.